Hello, I'm Sean Kelleher and I'm going to show you today how to install a Mitsubishi electric easy photo system. So I'm making a presumption now that you've already unboxed everything and you have removed all the packaging from the items, and you've now got a printer and you've got an easy photo head unit. So the first thing we want to do is put a power cable into the back of the easy photo head unit and a power cable into the back of the printer, and I'm going to put one USB cable attaching the head unit and the printer together. So to turn the printer on, I flick this switch here, and to turn the head unit on, I press this button here located at the back of the easy photo. What I want to do now is put the media inside the printer. There's a button at the front of the printer, big large button says open. I push that and it allows this to come forward. I can pull it forward here, and inside we've got this green, it's called an ink carrier. Inside your box of media you've got two of these, which is the ink, and you've got two of these, which is the paper. This ink roll clips into here like so. It will only clip in one way, where it goes in and it doesn't fall out. Each of these ends is a different size, so you can't get it confused. Once you've put this in the ink tray and it's clipped in, that just slides in the top. There's a black button here. If I push it, it allows this whole front fascia to rock forward, and I can now remove the paper ends. I squeeze the white ends together and I put one of these on either end of the paper roll. Can you see these white rollers I'm pointing to? What I'm going to do in a minute is feed the paper underneath those white rollers. So I position the spools into here and I get the end of my paper and I push this down. And I keep feeding the paper down like this about 15 centimetres until the printer beeps at me. The printer's beeped at me, I stop that, I shut this door here, and then I firmly push that shut. This is now going to cut 3 pieces of paper off the roll to line itself up. Once it's done that, we know the printer's good to go and it's ready to print. And we're going to have a little light on here saying power. So that's how we load the paper into the printer. So by now the easy photo head unit has turned on and we're going to have a screen similar to this. So what I want to do is actually go into the management mode of the machine. To get into the management mode, I'm going to touch the top left hand corner followed by the top right hand corner, and we've got a keypad here and it's asking for a password. At the moment I haven't got a password in the machine, so I'm just going to press the green tick. And I'm left with this here. I've got system status or settings. If I ever want to know how many prints are left on the roll inside the machine, I press system status. And then the easy photo head unit will interrogate the printer and it will tell me how many prints are left inside the roll. What I'm going to actually do now is go to settings. Again, it's asking for me for a password. I haven't got a password in here at the moment, so I'm just going to press the green tick. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a password into the machine. To do that, I have to go to user administration. It's asking for me a password. We haven't got a password. I'm just going to press the green tick. And it's now on to user admin. I'm going to press this button here saying change password. So I pressed that and it's asking me for a password. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you'll make it a bit more cryptic than that. And I press the green tick and it's asking me to confirm that. So I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3. Press the green tick to confirm. That is now the password. What I can now do is set up different passwords for different operators, for different members of staff using this machine. Within the management report, it will tell us what member of staff has authorised what transaction. So once I've completed changing my password, I'm just going to go back and we're in the main settings menu. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the name of my business onto the index prints that this may print. To do that, I go to Devices, I'm going to go to Ticket Printer, and at the top here it says Shop Name. I'm going to press my button in here, and it's highlighted to the end of this. I'm going to press the on-screen keyboard, and now I'm going to delete all of these X's out of there. I'm going to call this Mitsubishi SP is space. There we go. I'm going to call it a Mitsubishi Easy Photo. So now whenever a customer asks for or pays for a index print, it's going to put Mitsubishi Easy Photo at the top of that print, but you could quite easily make it whatever you want it to say. So I've done that. I press back. I'm going to go back again. Next thing I want to do is turn my statistics on. So go to Statistics menu here, and we've got a button here saying Disable and Enable. I want to press it so it now says Disable. This is now going to start recording all of the sales transactions which go through the machine, and this can be broken down by day, by previous day, by month. What I can also do is put a memory stick into here, and I can export all of this data onto the memory stick, and it will just save as a text file onto your memory stick, which you can take back to the home office or your office and put it and open it up on your computer. Next, what we're going to do is put some pricing into the machine. So to do that, I go to Services, and now I'm going to press Price Settings. And I'm now met with this pricing matrix here. So here I can open up to 5 different quantity breaks, and just below that is the price per print. At the moment I've just got one quantity break open for prints. So if I press this grey circle, it becomes green. I've opened up a second quantity break. I'm going to open up a third quantity break. So at the moment my quantity breaks are set at 1 to 2, 3 to 4, then 5 plus. What I want to do is actually make this 1 to 20. So to change this 2 to a 20, I'm going to go to the box to the right of the 2, which is currently number 3. I press it, which highlights a little green area inside. I go down to the on-screen keyboard, and I'm going to make that 21. Press the green tick, I click away, it's changed that to a 20. So I want to make this next quantity break 20 to 50. So to change that to a 50, I'll go to the digit to the right of it, which is currently 23, highlight it, press the on-screen keyboard. I'm going to delete out the old figures. I'm going to type in 51, press the green tick, click away. That's made that 50. And now I'm going to type in my price per print according to the quantity break. So I'm going to say the customer's going to pay for between 1 and 20 prints. I'm going to charge them 45p a print. So I've highlighted the price box, and I'm going to delete the 0 zeros. I'm going to make sure there's a decimal point, 0.45. That's it. Now I'm going to say for 21 to 50, I'm going to go down by 5p. So I'm going to charge 40p a print. So I highlight the price box here, press the on-screen keyboard, delete 2 of the digits, type in 40p, and we're now going to charge 40p. And finally, for my last price point, for 50 prints and above, I'm going to charge 35p a print. So I highlight the price box, press the on-screen keyboard, type in 35p. So that's my pricing done. Now, for instant prints, if your unit has got a CD on it, you might want to charge for that. We don't need to put a quantity break. I'm just going to charge £3 to burn a CD. Some Easy Photo units have CDs in them, some of them don't. If I press this grey arrow here, I can see the next lot of services. So according to the services your Easy Photo machine has got, you might want to set up pricing for each of those individual services. Once we've completed all our pricing, I go back and I want to apply the changes. Yes, I do. I press the green tick, and that has now saved all my prices. And I'm going to press the green tick on that to come back to the main settings menu. So the last thing I want to do is fine-tune my passport photos. We might find that when I'm taking the passport photo in my shop, it's a little bit dark or it's a little bit light. So what I can do within the menus on Easy Photo, I can default the brightness setting on here, so it will brighten up automatically every single passport photo, or perhaps darken them slightly. I'll show you how we can do that. So within the settings menu, I go to services, and I want to go down and find photo ID. If it's not there, you press these grey arrows to go down. So I find photo ID, highlight that, and I'm going to go to settings. At the bottom here, I've got a button called Advanced Photo ID Settings, so I press that. What I need to do is already have taken a photograph of a person in the area that we're going to be doing passport photos, and I take the memory card out the camera. I'm going to take the memory card out the camera and I'm going to put it into the memory slot here, and I'm going to press Load Picture. Let's go down and let's find a photo that we want to use as our sample photograph. Highlight that and I'm going to press the green tick. So here's my picture. What I can do, if I press this button here, it says print. This is now going to print off for me a test print of this image. It takes a few seconds for it to render the image. So now our printer is making our test print. So that's my test print. What I'm going to do here, I've got adjustments I can make to this photo. So I think it's a bit dark, I might want to lighten it up, and I press the plus arrow. So I'm going to lighten it up. So I'm going to lighten it up to a 6. And now I'm going to do another print. So again, I press the print button, and we're going to wait about 20 seconds, and the printer will print us off another print. So here's my second picture. If I look really closely, I can see that they are slightly different colours. You can see this one's slightly lighter than this one because I've put a +6 on the brightness. So if I save that, if I press the green tick to save it, and I'm just going to go back and save that, I now know that whenever I print off a passport or an ID photo, the image is automatically going to be corrected, is going to be brightened up ever so slightly by that much. Once we finished in our settings menu, I just press back and exit, and we're ready to start letting the EasyPhoto provide services. So that's our EasyPhoto system installed. We've learned how to put the paper and the ink inside the printer. We've learned how to adjust the management settings, how to change the password, how to put pricing in the machine, how to change the passport photo defaults. I hope you found that all very useful. You've seen it's only literally taken us 5 minutes to do this.